You sit down to watch just one video. A 5-minute break, you tell yourself. But an hour later, you're still scrolling, eyes glued to the screen. Your brain craves the next hit of dopamine, the tiny spark of curiosity fulfilled only to be sparked again. This isn't a mistake, and it isn't a lack of willpower. YouTube, like many other platforms, is designed to capture your attention and keep it locked in loops you can barely escape. The moment you open the app, your mind encounters triggers. Notifications pop up, thumbnails flash, titles tease. Each trigger is carefully crafted to create a small itch in your brain, a question, a mystery, a promise. What happens next? Will this be entertaining, informative, shocking? Your brain feels compelled to act, and before you realize it, you've clicked. One loop closes, another opens. This is the power of anticipation. Our attention is one of the most valuable currencies today. Companies and platforms understand that a moment of your focus can be monetized, analyzed, and extended. They don't just show content, they engineer behavior. The hook model explains this perfectly. Trigger, action, reward, investment. A notification is the trigger, the click is the action, the content is the reward, and your time and engagement become the investment. This cycle is seamless, almost invisible, and deeply addictive. Think about your own behavior. How often do you open YouTube just to check one thing and end up binge-watching for hours? That is no accident. Your brain is wired to seek patterns and anticipate rewards. Unpredictable rewards are the strongest motivators. Sometimes a video is captivating, sometimes it's mediocre. That unpredictability is what keeps you coming back. Every new video, every new suggestion is a small chance of excitement, a micro-adventure for your mind. But understanding this system doesn't just make you a passive viewer. It gives you insight into how successful creators capture attention. They don't just create content, they create hooks. Every viral video starts with the first 5 seconds. If you fail to engage the viewer immediately, you lose them forever. That's why strong openings are crucial. Begin with a question, a surprising fact, or a bold statement. What if everything you believe about success is wrong? That is a hook that demands attention. Next comes the open loop. A promise of something valuable coming but not revealing it immediately. Your brain hates unresolved stories, so it stays until the loop is closed. This is storytelling at its most powerful. Pair this with emotion. People don't remember facts, they remember how you made them feel. Curiosity, surprise, excitement, even a little tension, all of these drive attention. Each video must be designed to engage emotion as much as intellect. Variation is key. If a video is predictable, viewers lose interest. Change the visuals, the pace, or the style. Even subtle shifts in tone or scene can keep the brain engaged. Surprise your audience, create moments of wonder or intrigue, and pair them with strategic text or visual cues. Words like attention, hooked, and dopamine highlighted on screen reinforce the message and keep viewers' focus sharp. Finally, always reward your audience. Give them a payoff, a new insight, a valuable tip, or a thought-provoking idea. People return to content that leaves them feeling enriched, entertained, or enlightened. Successful creators understand that growth is not about quantity, but about consistent value, curiosity, and engagement. Every scene, every clip, every transition is part of a larger strategy to guide attention and create an experience that resonates. The platforms are engineered for retention, but now you have the tools to reverse engineer that. You can apply the same principles to your own creations. Start with a compelling hook, design open loops, evoke emotion, break patterns, and reward the viewer. Learn the rhythm of attention and the psychology behind each choice. This is how channels grow, how content goes viral, and how you turn casual viewers into engaged followers. Your time online will never be wasted if you understand the invisible forces shaping your attention. The next time you open YouTube, notice the triggers, the loops, and the rewards. Observe how your brain reacts and how easily it can be guided. Knowledge is power, and in the world of digital attention, understanding the mechanisms of engagement gives you control over what you consume and what you create. The cycle of distraction can be transformed into a cycle of creation. By studying the patterns of engagement, you can craft content that not only captivates but also educates and inspires. You can take control of attention, turn passive watching into active learning, and leverage the very principles that once trapped you. Every click, every choice can be intentional, focused, and purposeful. You have the ability to hook your audience ethically, using psychology for growth rather than manipulation. Ultimately, attention is a skill. The ability to capture, hold, and guide focus is the core of influence and success in the digital era. YouTube and other platforms may be designed to keep you hooked, but you can now use the same strategies to inform, inspire, and grow. The knowledge of the mind's mechanics is your advantage. Your next video, your next project, your next idea, everything you create can harness these principles. So as you watch this, think about the patterns around you. Notice what draws your focus, what keeps your mind engaged, and how easily attention can be guided. Apply these insights to your own content. Begin with a hook, maintain intrigue, stir emotion, and reward engagement. This is the blueprint for digital growth, for mastery over attention, and for creating content that resonates. In a world where attention is currency, the person who understands the mind controls the future.